What is good, YouTube? Little car vlog going on today. As you can see, chopped off my hair a little too short. Hopefully it grows back before show because it's a little short right now. I'm gonna add some castor oil to my hair, try to do that consistently, see if it'll grow a half inch or two, or a half inch to an inch before the show day, just so I'm not looking fucking retarded on stage. But yeah, just wanted to give a little mental update. I thought of this idea. Was watching Nick Walker. You know, it's not just for you guys, but also for me, just to see where my headspace is 5 weeks out from the show. So yeah, tomorrow I got officially 5 weeks out tomorrow. I just dropped Ty off. We trained, well, he trained legs. I trained posterior chain, so pretty much back and hamstrings, lower back, stuff like that, with some cardio at the end. So yeah, today I didn't really record much lift, but if I have some clips, I'll throw in some clips that I think I only recorded like one clip of some pull downs, but yeah, if I'll throw it in. But coach changed up the plan, or changed up the program a little bit for my lower day, which is my on Mondays, and also my posterior chain day. So I will be doing some glute work. This is actually my first time actually even like fucking hitting glutes directly, because I've always had like big glutes, and that shit would always piss me off, because before I graduated, motherfuckers would always harass me in school talking about bubble butt, shit like that, especially peak bulk. It's fucking annoying. But I learned to embrace it. But now we're actually hitting glutes directly. So I did some sets of what the fuck is it? Hip thrust on this glute builder machine. Actually, it was actually insane. Like, it actually felt pretty good. I got a great contraction on the this machine. I threw on like 3 plates each side. Apparently that's a good bit of weight, so my glutes are already fucking strong as shit. And on my lower days for glutes, coach switched up. He put in some abductors, 2 sets, and also some adductors for my inner thigh, or whatever way it is, for 2 sets each. So I'm excited though. So I'm glad, you know, he switched up the program a little bit, even though it's 2 days, because it's been like fucking, I guess 13 weeks of the same program straight for 5 every day. So, you know, I was kind of getting burnt out. So I'm glad he added in some new movements, as well as today I did some wide grip pull downs. Usually I do bullhorn attachment on my posterior chain days, so I'm glad he switched it up a little bit, you know, have some versatility to my lifts, you know, so still taking everything to a failure 100%, just annihilating all the muscle groups and shit like that, you know, because we're still, you know, 5 weeks out, so we're not at the stage where I'm just trying to get blood flow in. Still want to annihilate the muscle so I can promote growth and not lose any muscle until show day. Well, I don't want to lose muscle in general. So, but yeah, felt pretty good today. On my way to Walmart now, about to go pick up some broccoli and some egg whites, because I need them since I'm like super low on that shit. And then, you know, once I do that, I'll get back in the house, eat my post-workout meal, which is, I switched it up to my chicken and rice meal. So I'll have that, and then yeah, I'll talk to you guys once I'm all done with that shit, and I'll probably shower, because I have not showered in 2 days. So yeah, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the house. All right, back in the crib now. Washed up, things of that nature. But yeah, feeling good. 5 weeks out. Like I said, I pretty much got this idea from Nick Walker. little mental check-ins, updates, not just for you guys, but also for me to look back on, you know, if I need to ever come back to this video in a few weeks or, you know, whenever in time. But yeah, 5 weeks out, feeling great, feeling dialed in. Mentally, I'm 10 out of 10. Everything's been going great. Everything's been going smooth. Coach has me on the same calories relatively for the past like 2 weeks. 2,300 calories on my training days and 21 on my rest days. And carbs, 275 on training and 255 on rest days. So food's been moderate. Only time I'm really hungry like that is, you know, between meals. My meal timing isn't perfect, but between meals sometimes I'm gonna get a little hungry, and especially on my rest days as well. But I mean, it's part of the game, you know. I'm gonna be hungry no matter what, you know, on such low calories. But not as low as I thought I would be. Still 5 weeks out, so it could change, you know, depending on how I look on my next check-in, which is this Saturday. So what, 2 days from now? So not sure what I'm weighing. I believe I'm like in the high 150s. I think 158s around there somewhere, but we'll see on check-in day. I don't weigh myself every day. Just when I do my check-ins, the number doesn't really matter to me. It's just, you know, the look. So cardio has been great too. This is the lowest it's ever been. All prep, I'm pretty sure. 20 minutes, 2 times a week. And like I said, I did it today. I'll probably do some more tomorrow. You know, 20 minutes after the lift, even before, easy. So I've been doing the Stairmaster since my lower back's been feeling great. So yeah, I've been doing the Stairmaster. Today I did incline treadmill though. For I did, 15 incline, which was a max, and then 4.0 speed. Yeah, 4 speed for 20 minutes straight. So that was my first time doing incline treadmill. My fucking shins were killing me though, but pushed through and you know, burned the calories needed, got a good sweat, and got out. So yeah, so we'll see how it changes though, but overall the work's been pretty much done when it comes to conditioning wise. We got that out the way. I'd say I don't even know, weeks ago. The most cardio I've done was 35 minutes 5 times a week, and that was taking a toll on me, like doing that shit on rest days as well, having to leave home because I don't have any cardio equipment at home. So having to leave home to do cardio every day pretty much was kind of ass. So, but I mean, hey, I guess coach wanted us to have all the work done now or in the beginning, so it wouldn't be as hard later. But you know, still 5 weeks, he could increase the cardio. I never know, but even if he does, we're still gonna do it anyway because that's what he says. I trust my coach 100%, and I do everything he says to a T. So yeah, other than that, a little note to self, or if anyone else, you know, is trying to do a prep in the future, or maybe they're in one now, comparison is definitely the thief of joy. And I've definitely, you know, had to not only tell myself that, but actually like get that fucking dialed in my brain. I'm still kind of working on it, but you know, it's getting better. I follow the organization on Instagram, OCB. I follow the promoter of the show, and I see what they post. They repost guys who are also doing the show. I try not to look at it, obviously, to fucking not psych myself out and kill my confidence in myself, because I've definitely done that a few times already. But you know, everyone looks great on Instagram. I gotta remember that everyone looks great on Instagram, and come show day, you know, everyone's gonna look different. It doesn't matter what they look like on Instagram, you know, because everyone has the best lighting, the best angle that they post. But come show day, you know, me standing next to whoever, it's just gonna be what we're looking at right then and there. I'm gonna make sure I bring the best package I can, not just conditioning wise, but also with posing. You know, you can have the best physique imaginable, but if your posing isn't, you know, at least decent or up to par, you're gonna get outshined by or outshunned by, you know, a guy next to you or someone else. So they can look great on Instagram, you know, full big muscles, all that shit. But when it comes to actual show and how the judges, you know, are judging our physiques, it Instagram is not going to matter. It just it's going to matter right then and there. Their conditioning, their shape, their size, their posing, how long they can hold their poses, which is another thing I got to practice these next coming weeks. I got to make sure my posing's dialed in. It's been getting better day by day, week by week, but come show day, it needs to be perfect. I need to be able to hold my poses for multiple rounds, maintain my breathing, maintain my midsection, make sure it doesn't, you know, flare out or anything, or, you know, I'm not blowing out my midsection when I'm breathing, have shallow breaths and things like that. But, you know, not really expecting much. It is my first show. So, I don't want to have too high expectations on where I'm going to place. Of course, I want to place first overall and get my pro card. But even if that doesn't happen, I'm going to be happy. And like I said, I'm going to bring the best package I can. I'm going to do my part. The judges are going to do their part. If I'm not up to par to get a pro card or win the overall compared to the other guys, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, I did what I could and I brought the best package I could. You know, my coach did what he did. I follow exactly what he says, and that's it. You know, so worrying about where I'm going to place, you know, trying to learn to not even worry about that has been a challenge as well, but I've definitely managed over the past couple weeks. So, but yeah, I know I'm doing teen, debut, and open. I don't want to expect anything, but I expect teen to be a pretty easy, you know, first place there. I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like I have a pretty developed physique for an 18-year-old, you know, stepping on stage. And teen goes to 19 and below. So, you know, it's an amateur show. I'm not expecting much. You know, a fucking genetic anomaly could fucking pull up there. Fucking 15-year-old kid sweep the whole show, you know? Who knows? But muscle maturity, I definitely don't have that yet. I mean, I've only been training for like 3.5 years. But, you know, fucking keep getting notifications. But if I'm going against a fucking guy who's like in his 20s or 30s, all that muscle maturity, he'll have all that size. You know, that's cool. I was just talking to Ty about this. He can have all this size, and he'll probably beat me muscle maturity wise, and, you know, bigger muscles, bigger, fuller muscle. But posing and conditioning is, you know, what I can, are things that I can, are variables I can control is what I'm trying to say. Posing and conditioning. Muscle maturity comes with time and consistency. I'm only 18, and if I go against a guy who's been training for 18 years, he's gonna have 18 years of fucking, or whatever, how many years of muscle maturity on me. I can't really control that shit. I was born in 06, so, I mean, it is what it is. But conditioning and posing are variables I can control. And, you know, it doesn't matter how big a guy could be. If my conditioning and my shape is better, you know, genetics play a part too. I have pretty decent classic shape. You know, it'll grow within time. That comes with the muscle maturity over the years. My classic shape will grow, but I feel like I have a decent classic shape with symmetry and things like that. All I gotta do is bring my conditioning, which it's there. You know, we're not like fully like super like glute striated yet, which is not even what the judges want. So I don't even want to have striated glutes, which would be cool, but I don't want it to take away from any points I could get at the show, because the judges, for OCB at least, are going for a more fuller look. They don't want striated glutes and, you know, super conditioned guy. You know, they want a full look. So we're still shredded, but it's going to be more full than fucking peeled to the bone. If I was doing open men's bodybuilding, that'd probably be the case, but it's not, because I'm doing classic and I like classic, and that's just what I want to do. So I got to follow the criteria. But yeah, other than that, can't really compare myself even after the show. The judges are going to do all the comparisons themselves, but even after the show, can't compare myself to someone who's been training, X amount of years more than me. It takes time, it takes consistency, and, I'll get there within time. It's my own journey. So just trying to keep that mentally and that note in the back of my mind when it comes to looking at Instagram or, seeing guys even in the gym who are bigger than me and stuff like that, or, anything. Just gotta focus, stay on my own lane, and just bring the best package I can. And another thing that's been helping me with my mental is looking at food online. It's definitely gotten easier. I'd say around like over 10, like during the 10-week prep range, or like before that, my mental was definitely struggling when it came to my diet. I'd never cheated on my diet ever. I will never cheat on my diet. So that's not an issue. That's not an issue for me. I can stick to a diet because I'm not a fucking pussy. So, but I've been dieting same meals pretty much for 18 weeks, just following what my coach has said when it comes to my macros. But seeing people post food online, and even my friends having food and things like that, going out to eat, was definitely taking a toll on my mental. Just I don't know, obviously I was jealous because I didn't fucking get to eat it, and I'm just not gonna be able to. But there's work to be done. I have a goal that I want to attain and achieve, and cheating on my diet is a variable I can control, and I'm not going to cheat on my diet and fuck up my plan, because, then that's something that I could say, like, come show day, if I don't place where I want to place, or if I don't do as good as I think I'm going to do, which I said I shouldn't expect anything, but, maybe I'm going to think maybe if I didn't cheat that one day, or if I didn't do this, if I follow the plan, then I won't have any regrets. I followed the plan 100%, and that's my job, is to follow the plan 100%. If I fuck up the plan, then of course it's gonna like fuck up the whole thing. Like, it's not gonna, the package I'm gonna bring is not gonna be what it needed to be. Like, I'm not gonna reach the goal, pretty much. But crumble, I was a fucking crumble fiend. I still am. And that's probably gonna be the first thing I eat when I get off stage. But I'm trying to distance myself from looking at, any treats like that online has definitely helped. And just sticking to diet, it's just been better overall for my mental, and just not worrying about anything but what I'm focused on. Because like I said, I have a job to do, and I want to do this for the rest of my life. If I can't do it now, and if I'm building bad habits now, it's just going to be harder for me down the road. I want, every prep's going to be different. I'm sure that's what all bodybuilders say. But if I can build the habit now of not cheating on my diet and sticking to my plan and doing everything 100%, then in the long run, I'll be satisfied. I'll be even happier, because there's deeper valleys and shit like that. And then after, post show, I'll be even happier to indulge in whatever food I choose, to fucking binge or whatever like that, because I know that I didn't cheat and I worked hard for 18 weeks to get to where I wanted to be. So, well, yeah, it's like, I know I'm like going on a little spiel, but like I said, I just wanted to update you guys, and also myself, where my mental's been at and how I've been taking this prep so far. So 5 weeks out, still going smooth. Yeah, what else? I also got a new job, just started this week. Last week I did low-key get fired, but it is what it is. Financially, I'm chilling, not really worried about that, more so concerned towards the prep. I was out of a job for like a week, whatever, but I was pretty much in the house all day. That kind of made me feel like shit. It made prep super easy because all I had to do was focus on that, but my meal timing, cardio training. That's literally all I did. Other than that was sit in the house on the game, and that was fucking boring as shit. So getting a new job, and as well as being able to get more steps in, moving around has definitely helped a lot too. So I'm glad I'm not just sitting in the house every day of the fucking week. Yes, but yeah, got a new job, another warehouse job, so on my feet pretty much all day, but still gonna get my meals in. It's gonna be like different from my meal timing and training because I do have to train in the mornings now. But I'm still gonna training in, still gonna get my meals in, all that shit, and still gonna be dialed. So, but yeah, I'm glad I'm not just sitting in the house all day doing fucking jack shit and not making no bread. But it was only for like a week, so I mean, it's not that bad. During that week though, I did come down with like an illness, some type of stomach bug for like a day, last Wednesday. So I only got 2 meals in that day, but pretty much rebound from that now. It's been over a week since that happened, but yeah, I was sleeping all day, pretty much bedridden, which sucked because, you know, it took away from, you know, progress, but thankfully my immune system, you know, snapped right back from the rest. It was just pretty much that one day I just had super bad migraines and, you know, nauseous all day. So only got 2 meals in, but I got plenty of rest. And next day I was, you know, 85% better. I did train. I told my coach what happened. He said don't train, but I felt better in the morning, so I went to go train. After the training, or during the training, I felt like shit and I was gonna throw up again, so that's probably not the best idea. Probably should have took off again, but day after that, which was Friday, 100% back to normal. So, you know, we were back on track and I'm definitely feeling a lot better. We were flat, of course, because I had no food in me. But I'm super full now. Full as fuck. And, you know, I'm feeling great. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen in the next couple weeks, next 5 weeks down. But hopefully if, you know, this mental can stay the same, that'd be great. Because when it comes to bodybuilding, the mental struggles are definitely real. You know, there's definitely valleys and peaks and shit like that, but you just gotta push through that shit and stay focused on your goal. Having a, you know, a circle around you definitely helps too. I've watched so many videos on people saying that having a circle and people to support you helps so much, and having like someone to rely on, anyone to rely on, definitely helps so much. All my family, I have a big family, friends, people online, things like that, all showing support. It's all been such a positive experience, and honestly, I've been super grateful for everyone because all the reassurance that they've given me, you know, when I'm not feeling the most confident someday, or if prep's really kicking my ass one day, like if I'm coming home with a bad mood, which I definitely was, like at least once a week from my previous job, because my fucking managers would be on my ass. They're fucking annoying as shit, but you know, having a circle and having people to, you know, having people to confide in is definitely definitely helps a lot. So yeah, I probably have, you know, I fucking thank them. I thank everyone, my friends, family, people like that, to really be a shoulder to rely on when I needed it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I really gotta say. We're just gonna keep at it, keep staying dialed in like I've been since fucking January 2nd, day 1 of prep. Dialed in as fuck, haven't missed shit, except I guess the meals from last week, but been dialed as fuck, getting shredded. Just gotta perfect the posing, stay true to the plan, and you know, come show day, we'll be chilling. So yeah, pretty much all I gotta say. Gonna get my last meal in. Gonna record tomorrow is shoulders and triceps, so I could record some training footage if I remember, and I'll add it on the end of the video. If not, oh well. I mean, I'll record some more training footage next week, possibly a lower day, or something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, just gonna wrap it up. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, thank you for all the support on the socials. We're growing slowly but surely on the Instagram, the TikTok. If you don't follow me, here's my social. Follow me. Also link in the description. Like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.